Hey everyone! If you ever have leftover rice and you don't know what to do with it, you can use this quick recipe and very easy one to make some rice balls. I mixed 400 grams of cooked rice with 30 grams of parmesan, but you can also use pecorino, and some parsley. I think there were 3 tablespoons. I mixed it very well, trying to release the clumps of the rice, and then added some salt and pepper to taste. You can add other kind of spices or chili if you like. Mix again very well, and then you should wet your hands and try to make a ball with this rice, and then make a hole in the center of this ball and add some cheese. I used Gouda, but you can use hard mozzarella also, or some melted cheese. And then close this hole. You can add more rice if you want, and keep turning this ball in your hands so that the rice gets sticky and sticks to itself. You can see I use both of my hands to press down the rice. And then you place it on a plate. You don't have to oil it or do anything to it. And you can continue with all of the balls. Once everything is done, we will prepare the coating. I used cornmeal, smoked paprika, oregano, and cornstarch, but I recommend you to use flour or just leave it without it, because I didn't like the texture of the cornstarch in this application. Or you can use breadcrumbs if you want. And aside from that, I beat 2 eggs with some salt. And I mixed my dried ingredients, and I tried to dissolve all the clumps. So you pass the balls into the egg mixture first, soak it well, as you see I'm doing here, and then we will coat it with the dry ones. As I said, you can also use breadcrumbs or panko, or only cornmeal if you want. I wanted to do a gluten-free version, that's why I used cornmeal, but it gives a very nice crispy texture, and you can use this mixture for a texture for breaded chicken breasts, for example, and not using the bread, which is gluten. And then you coat everything very well, pressing lightly, and then you lay everything on the plate again until all of them are coated and done. I find it easier if you take the balls out of the egg wash and you roll them inside the dry mixture, and then coat with a generous coat like I do here, and then try to touch them so that your hands don't get sticky from the egg mixture. Now all of them are done, as you can see here. And I'm spreading some oil. You can also brush it so that the color will be golden once they are baked. Also, my pan is oiled, and I transfer all these balls to the pan. I have the oven preheated to 200 degrees Celsius, You can also use a brush, as you can see. And I baked them for 40 minutes and switched them to the other side after 20 minutes. And here on a paper towel I leave them to absorb the excess oil. You can also deep fry them if you like this method. I rather not use so many oil. And you can dip them in any dip that you want, or just use it with some chili sauce. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you next week.